Hey everybody, hi, it's Jeanette here of I Simply Assist, and today we're going to talk about your ideal customer. But before we do, please click on the red subscribe button down at the bottom. Also click on like if you like this video and the little bell that pops up in order to continue to receive more notifications from me whenever a new video comes out. So your ideal customer. Why on earth am I talking about this? You've probably heard that a lot. Well, one of the reasons why I'm talking about it is because your ideal customer is the most basic part of your marketing message, but sometimes it can also be the hardest part of your marketing message because in order to fully create the content that you need to create to really connect with your target market, you have to really understand what their problems and their issues are. Because in order for them to see you as a valuable resource to them, you have to be able to speak to those challenges that they're facing. So sometimes the best way to do that is to create something called a buyer persona. And I've actually created a buyer persona template, which you can download in the description, and you can download it and print it, fill it out so that you have it somewhere close by whenever you need it, or you can download it, put it up on your computer, fill it out, and put it in an important folder. But it's extremely important for you to have because it will always provide you with the context that you need to create your content. I've had to do this myself, and I don't know about you, but I found that has always been a challenge for me in the beginning. It was really hard for me to understand why I was having the challenges that I was having. Why was it so difficult for me to get my marketing message up? With everything that I knew about digital marketing and all of the different skill sets that I had, the one thing that I found in the beginning that was so difficult was being able to create my marketing message. I just kept hitting a wall. I would create content and then I wouldn't know what else to create. I felt like I had created everything that I could possibly manufacture, all the videos, all the posts, and it just still wasn't hitting home. And it wasn't until I sat down with a buyer persona and I said to myself, okay, let me do this academically. Let me get a buyer persona together. Let me ask all of the questions. Let me write this out. And it wasn't until I had that, and even to go so far as to think about your buyer as an actual person. You know, what would my ideal customer look like? If I was talking to him or her, who would they be? If I was talking to a room full of my target market, what would they all look like? How would they be dressed? Where would they be in their careers or their business? What are some of the challenges that they're facing? When they go home, what are they still thinking about? What is it that they wish they had that they don't? And when I sat down and I really dissected that and I took a deep dive into getting into the mind of my prospects and my leads, then I was able to really connect with those challenges that they had because I knew that my services would fill that need that they had. And I knew that it would because I had the same experiences that they had. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have the same exact experiences that your prospects are having, but what I'm saying is you have to have a level of understanding of how your products and services can help them solve the problems and the challenges that they have. When you can convey that to them in a way that they understand, then you will begin to see things change for you. You have to be able to, through your content, tell the kind of stories that resonate with them. So instead of firing off a list of, statistics and percentages and price points, instead you talk about realistic things like experiences, like things that you've learned, like times that you've stumbled upon something, or you tripped over something, got up and realized, what the answer was. This is what resonates with people. And when you're building your brand, that's how you build your brand awareness, by creating these stories. And what makes people come back is when through your stories, you're helping them to solve these problems that they're having. You're telling them, like, hey, I remember a time when I had this problem. And when I had this problem, this is what I did to help solve it. And that's very, very powerful, because it helps for your audience to really connect with you. And when they start connecting with you, they start engaging with you, and they really start consuming your content, because they're saying to themselves, you know what? I have this problem, and every single time I look at this content, there's always something in it that helps me solve my problem. And eventually what happens is, when they are ready to make a purchasing decision, they start thinking about you and going to you to see what products and services that you have that will fit that need that they have. And it's because you are constantly, through your content, speaking to them in such a way where you're connecting and you're saying that, hey, I know you have this challenge. I know you have this problem. And I know through my own experiences, and I know through my own education, that I can help you solve this problem. And today, I'm going to give you a little piece of that. Here's a little bit of value today. Here's a little bit of resource today. Tomorrow, I know you still have this problem. I know you're still facing this challenge. Here's a little bit of value today. Here's a little bit of resource today. And when you begin to create context like that, then creating content just becomes so much easier. You can create content weeks in advance and even 30 days in advance, because you can set it up and you can say, today I'm going to talk about this part of their problem. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about this aspect of their problem. On the third day, I'm going to talk about this aspect of the problem and these different ways that they can solve them, and so on and so forth. So I hope that helped to put in context why it's so important to sometimes go back and just check again who your ideal customer is. Download that buyer persona, even if it's just as a review. Get sharp with it. Fill in that information so that every time you look at it, you have it there to give you what you need to help you create the content that will connect with your target audience. And if you need to tweak it, tweak it, but you need to have it someplace. You need to be able to go back to it for a resource. You guys, it's been a fantastic video. I love talking about this stuff. If you have any questions for me, please put it in the comments. If there are any topics you would like for me to make a video on, please put that in the comments as well. I do read it, and I will certainly make sure that you get what you need from me. Also, if you would like to reach out to me via email, you can. My email address is support@isisimplyassistyou.com, and my web address is www.isisimplyassistyou.com. Until next time, see ya. Bye.